Well, we're going to continue with the worksheet. Number 11 is the next major problem we're dealing with, and this is a question of making something the subject of the formula. This is the formula for the circumference of a circle. That's not what we're asking you to find here. All we want you to do is to make r the only thing on the left side so that you can then plug in values if you were given the circumference and not given the radius. What you need to do with problems like this is first of all find out what you want to be the subject of the formula. And in our case, that's r. So we want r at the end of the day to be by itself on the left side and then an answer in there. So the first step to do this is using the principles of mathematics. You try and find out ways that you can eliminate all the other things that r is joined to. R is joined to 2 pi. We don't want r with anything, so the first thing that should come to your mind is get 2 pi away from r. But in order to do that, the only principle that allows you to do that in mathematics is a division, whereby if you were to divide by 2 pi, you've gotten rid of 2 pi. But we also know that whatever we do to the right side, we need to do to the left side, and so we do the same thing to the left side. And now we're left with r by itself. That's the goal of this problem. Well, that's what we're trying to get to. So r is equal to c divided by 2 pi. That's all you need to do for number 11. Number 12, as we go on now, is a question about solving the equation 18x minus 8 is equal to 28. Now, this question is similar to making something the subject of the formula, but you're using a different order, you're using something else to do that, another math principle. And we would use addition, and then we would use division. So let's take the first thing. We look at the problem, the x is here by itself. We can't add it to any of these other things because it's not a like term. A like term occurs when two things can be added together because they share, in a sense, common features or characteristics that will help them to be added together. So let me give an example. If I told you 18x plus 2x plus 3, the answer to this would be 20x plus 3. You can't do anything beyond that because 20x and 3 are not like terms. Back to our question though, since we know that 18x minus 8 is equal to 28, the first thing we want to do is to add 8 to both sides because we're trying to get rid of everything else so that x is by itself. If we add 8 to both sides, on the left side we now have a 0. So it's 18x essentially plus 0 is equal to 28 plus 8, which is 36. So 18x plus 0 is 36, which of course would be 18x is equal to 36, because anything plus 0 is the same, remains the same thing. 0 doesn't add any value to a number. And so now we have 18x is equal to 36. The last thing we need to do is to divide both sides by 18. That way you get rid of the 18 on the left side, and on the right side 18 goes into 36 2 times. So x would be equal to 2. That's all that is required of you. You need to be able to make things the subject of the formula. This is a skill to have in every subject, especially the science subject. So